City Fan TV. It's going to take me a while to remember that. I didn't get it right every time. I'm sure I'm going to make some mistakes from time to time. So, new channel name. Had some positive feedback for the new channel name. So thank you guys, everybody's commented. I put a shot on Twitter, and last time I checked, it had 2,000 and something views. Quite remarkable, as they say. That's very good. Thank you guys for all your support. No comments, a lot of support, but no comments, guys. You can comment. Hey, Mike James, good to see Mike. Chris Welch, yep. Chris, all is well. Just took my lads out for a walk. So AK850, I don't have any work today, so can stay. Last game. No, mate. I heard that there's some more tickets might be being released, so I'll keep my ear to the ground. I'll ask at the supporters club that I'm joined to, and since you're the first person who asked me, and I'll let you know first. So, City Fan TV, live now on here. Let's tell. So, guys, let me know what you think about the new name, the new logos. Same old me. Can't change me, not yet. Talking Helen the Bell. We're going to talk Helen the Bell. Laporte injury. Laporte update. I'm not going to say injury update because I don't know about that. Gomes to PSV. I think that's enough. Let's tell a couple of guys so they know. So that's our agenda, guys. Does that sound reasonable? Our agenda for today. Helen the Bell, Emerick Laporte, update, and Gomes to PSV. There might be the odd other thing involved as well, but pretty much that's the plan at the moment to talk about them. Let's tell a couple of people, so obviously they know that we are in the house. Just get a couple more people in, guys. You know, people don't want to miss out. Normally I keep my phone out of my pocket. I'm gonna have to do that again, guys. Loads of messages. Okay, loads of messages. Let's keep that out because it just keeps. It's on the notification, so anytime I get a message, it's bang, bang, bang in my pocket. And I'm getting too excited. I'll try my best, Elias. Honestly, I'll try my best. Mike, Jim, Jaden Braff is going to be someplace. Only just turned 17. Yeah, he's been scoring a few goals, Mike. Did he? I know he didn't get sent off. He scored a couple of goals. It was Palmer got sent off the other day. Bernard, you hadn't noticed a new name, just a logo. Wow. New name as well, mate. New name as well. IC Dog, hope you're well. Chris, I did all my social media accounts says it just makes me so miserable. I'm more happy now. Funny thing is, Chris, you know, we feel that we can't do without them. We can't live without them. And when you get rid of them, it is quite liberating, you know, and you can, it's like chatting to my lads about doing stuff. I said, look, if you don't spend your day playing video games, you can achieve so much more. Mike Jim, still no news, Alex Garcia going out on loan. I'm surprised. Really, really, I'm surprised about that. Hi, Cobby. Hope you're well. Hope you're very well, mate. I thought Alex would go out. Alish Garcia would go out on loan. Not happened. I mean, he could go to Portugal. There's nothing to stop him going to Portugal because their window closes well after everybody else's. But I mean, is that a good enough league? Going to play for someone like Benfica Sporting, but you have to start. Is he going to start? I really don't know. Sea Dog's thinking of doing his. Yeah. I mean, I use Facebook much less than I used to. I used to be on there a lot. I don't bother now that much with Facebook. Mostly I'm on Twitter. I need to cut that back. I just started moving up a bit on Instagram because I started putting stuff on Instagram, and I'm getting sometimes like a couple of hundred likes a day, and so it kind of makes you want to keep doing it, but it distracts. Absolutely, social media distracts and only steals your time away, unless if you're making money from it, or you're getting something more than just wasting your time. It does. I mean, I used to waste hours a day on Facebook just watching videos. It's daft. So I'm giving it up most of it now, and you feel so much better. BAFC dog. Smart James, are you feeling better now, Chris? Yeah. Joel Yanis, hi. How you doing, mate? I hope you're very well. Cobby, what prompted the name change? Well, I just when I set up Man City fan chat, I just did it on the spot, on the spur of the moment. I didn't think about it. I just did that, and I just noticed that in the last month or so, our subscribers have dried up a little bit. When you'd think season started, we're getting good views, and thank you for that, guys, because we're getting very, very good views on the videos we put out, and we're getting good views compared to the number of subscribers. I mean, I was looking at the videos we put out over the weekend. Videos. I had some numbers. Give me a sec. See if I can find these numbers. I did some post-match. I did some post-match videos, and I had I did a couple that went out, and I had something in the region of 250. I'll check. I'll let you know what I had actually, because it's always, these things are interesting. I am always interested in stats. So so after Brighton, I put two videos out. One's got just over 400, and one's got 263. So I'm averaging somewhere in the region of 340 something. I'll tell you what that is, guys. I mean, it's just an interesting thing to gauge how you're doing. So I'll even give you the exact numbers too. So basically, if you compare the number of views I've had for those two videos, the average, and divide it by the number of subscribers, it's nearly 40% of subscribers are watching my videos on average, which is huge. Yes, I don't think it's 40%, because there will be people who are not subscribed who are also watching the videos. But to get that 37.5% or 38% is immense. Can I say that? It's huge. It's a massive return. So I felt, we get enough views, but I just wanted to change. And look, I've got 10 subscribers today. So from this name change, the new video, 10 subscribers. So, sometimes you put it out there and you do something slightly different and people respond. So I put it out the logo on Twitter, and honestly, within 30 minutes, I'd 7 new subscribers. 20, 30 minutes, 7 new subscribers. That video's done about almost 2,500. It is. I look at that and think, hang on, 2,500 views for a video on Twitter is remarkable, guys. It's beyond my imagination. Here we go. 2,300 views. Can you hear it going in the background? 2,300 views. It is quite ridiculous to have that many views, but so I thought I'd do something slightly different. I've done it something slightly different, and some numbers have picked up a little bit. Hey Joel, new profile pic. Who have you got? Cobby marketing. That's it. Look, guys. Sometimes I've done something different. A bit of music, a bit of graphics. We're still going to tidy it up a little bit, but I just wanted to test the water and see what it was like. And to pick up 10 or 12, whatever, new subscribers today, very, very heartening. And the number of views on Twitter and the comments I've got on Twitter and on on YouTube, it's great. Bernard Deneen, good plan. You'll get Leicester, Birmingham fans, etc. tuning in. Well, That would be a shame, wouldn't it, Bernard? Maybe I'll start covering Leicester City, Birmingham City, yeah, and any other, Bristol City. Who knows? C-Dog, I want to stop a lot of times, but it's so hard. Well, the thing is, C-Dog, sometimes it's just delete one at a time. If you're on Insta, you're on Snapchat, you're on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, just delete one. Either that's you're not using that much, or it's taking too much time that much. I delete Instagram and I spend more time on Facebook. And if some people go cold turkey, I think that's hard. But sometimes I just say, right, that's it. I'm not doing that. You know, it's like today. I think I'm not that hungry. I had night to eat till dinner time. You know, and I've not missed my food. So a bit of a change. You know, you don't miss stuff if you make a change sometimes. Hi, Danny to me. Hey, Ray Barlow, how you doing, mate? How's Blackpool on a Monday night? 900 sub C-Dog, absolutely, mate. Almost C-Dog, almost got that 1,000. It'll happen. 904. It's nudging up, something slightly different. Hopefully this week. Hopefully this week we'll get a few more. Because obviously we're going big time on the women's channel. You know, we told you guys probably about 6-8 weeks ago that we're going to be doing the women's channel big time this season. We've already done. We did a video at the time with Jenny, who will be involved doing our videos at matches. Got a couple of other people who, I mean, it's great. Yeah, people are approaching me and say, "Can we get involved? Can we help? How can we help?" You know, I've got Neil Mather, the first Manchester City women's team manager. He contacted me about 6 weeks ago or something and said, "Can I get involved? Can I help? Can I do something with you?" Absolutely. And he's a really nice guy. We, kind of some, comments on similar wavelengths mostly. So that's really good. And some people from the official supporters club, they said, "Can we get involved, please?" So that's absolutely fantastic. Yeah, Bernard, we definitely get more for post-match. I mean, sometimes my pre-match, you do get some good numbers. Actually, the Bournemouth game, if I remember correctly, the pre-match video I did with Deck, that was the biggest video I did in apart from maybe my own post-match review. That usually does well because obviously people know me. But the one with Deck, I think it probably still was. I got more views for the Deck interview than I did for my own or anything I did post game because it was a good interview with Deck. I mean, and he's another one. He approached me. He remembered we met at Arsenal and I chatted with him at Arsenal and I had to jog my brain a bit because his old man wasn't too well at the time, and I remember then a few minutes later I wished him all the best at the Arsenal game up for his father, who's much better now. So yeah, people come to me and it works. Thank you, C-Dog. We've got to be honest, we do work really hard. I mean, I spent a lot of the time today doing that Emery Laporte video and everybody else and looking at some stats. So you want to check that out, guys. Looking at different logos and doing that. Contacting a lot of people who I'm working with for the women's team. Got a meeting with them on Thursday. Absolutely chock-a-block up to me, eyeballs in work. But, it's good stuff. I always say when I'm busy, life's a lot more fun. You're really busy. You don't have time to eat. Feel great. Andy Butler, easy guys. Bet Pep doesn't win. Pep's a fraud, isn't he, Andy? How can he win anything? He's a fraud. C-Dog, we started on the 8th of June. 8th of June. So 900 we're not up to 3 months yet. July, August, September. So we've got a few days left for 3 months. So yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, Bernard, you got to 43. The thing is, you got to keep going. You got to keep going and it'll work. But I won't watch the videos, to be honest. Don't know whose videos you don't want, just to support you. AK850, what's the Laporte update? Well, I'll catch up. I'll tell you what, AK850, I'll catch up with the comments and then we'll get banged straight in because we fought plenty in. C-Dog, I just started Instagram that 1 year ago for the first time. Oh, slippery slope. Carl, hi. You're not missed anything, Carl. We're just doing our pleasantries tonight and we're just talking about the name change and why the name has changed on the channel and the subscribers we picked up, about 10 or 12 subscribers today, simply from that name change, and the video that we put out at over 2,300 views on Twitter. and nearly everybody's been really, really, really complimentary about the actual logo itself, the music, and the graphics. Very, very good. So thank you to the person who did that, because they really helped there. Very well on a Monday night, Ray. Yeah, Ray, I just went out with my kids for a walk. I said, let's go walk down Asda. It's about half a mile, because they've sat at home all day just playing, because it's been raining outside most of the day, and they've been just playing on the Wii. Got switch. It's not really much. Let's go for a walk. Get a dessert. You know, they've been just been playing all day, so I thought do some exercise. Yeah, guys, don't let anything hit your confidence. Keep going. You don't, at some point you'll see the light at the end of the tunnel, and you'll be on like a downhill, and it'll work if you believe. Absolutely, Sea-Dog. You have fun. People will see that. People will appreciate that. Chris Welch, that's the only social media I've got left is Instagram. We'll post pictures of all games I've been to, but apart from that, I think that's a good idea, Chris. You just end up, like Sea-Dog said, you can end up wasting your day. Twitter used to tell me, I think one point I was spending up to between 6 and 9 hours a day on Twitter. It's like, why? That's just on my phone. That's not on my laptop. Just on my phone. It's ridiculous. Sea-Dog, for me, it's hard to delete something like Facebook. Yeah, that's all. But then what you do, the thing to do is just trim it down hard. Keep your family, close family and friends. Look, I've probably got over 2,000 or 3,000 friends on Facebook. People just contact me and ask to be my friend. Then they ask me, can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? And in all honesty, I probably should be down to 300 or 400 people max. But I've got, several thousand. It's daft. I'm Eric Laporte. Who's Eric Laporte? Doesn't use Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, just Facebook and YouTube. Nah. I think if you end up too much social media, makes you miserable. All City fans are miserable. Look at what we have to put up with here. I'm shocked Stirling isn't on the 10-man shot list for FIFA Player of the Year. Actually, I'm not shocked. Don't be shocked. It's always the same. Always the same. Okay, let's have a look what we've got. Obviously, we know this. I mean, this is from Jonathan Smith in goal. So Pep apparently has said he fears that Emerick Laporte could be out for a while. Okay, he's flown to Barcelona to undergo further test on his injured knee. That's what Goal have said. So, there's not a lot of news. What Pep said afterwards, this was after the game in the press conference. Okay, so this is obviously news from Saturday. I think he's gone to hospital. It doesn't look good. Okay, I don't know right now what he has, but we will know tomorrow. That was Sunday. They're diagnosing what he has right now. I'm waiting for the doctor to call me. He might be out for a while. Sadly, I mean, look, I'll say this about Goal. We're on Sunday. They put this news out, and all they're talking about is what Pep said on Saturday. So we're on Monday now already, over 48 hours later, and they're not really giving us much information. And then they talk about that Laporte is in Spain to see Dr. Ramon Cugat. And then they talk about the other players that he's seen. But that's it. There's no... So very quickly, the Laporte... Because there's nothing to say on Laporte, all there is to say on Laporte is he's in Barcelona to see Dr. Ramon Cugat, who's checking his knee out. That's the only information they've got. We'll have to wait and see. Bernard's highlight wasn't the phone, it was the new pint pots. Joel Yanna's school back. Is that for you, Joel? My kids go back on Thursday. So tomorrow... We're charging up the house because they've been away for 6 or 7 weeks. Wednesdays go to buy the rest of their school clothes. They had some of the clothes from last year because I bought some at the beginning of the year and I bought some towards the end of the year, a size above. So they've got most of the stuff already, but there's bits and pieces need like blazers. Yeah, AK-50. We'll get through everything together. We fight to the end. Right, let's go through some news. I talked about Klopp Claudio Gomes. So I often look at footballorange.com or Orange Boom, footballorange.com. That's a Dutch. This is what they call themselves, the #1 English language website for Dutch football. So what they're saying is PSV Eindhoven have signed Manchester City midfielder Claudio Gomes on a season-long loan deal. The 19-year-old joined Man City from PSG Academy last year, and he made 2 first-team appearances last season. He looked out of his depth. Gomes has now been trying to on loan and will initially join up with the Jong PSV squad. Now, the Jong PSV, whether we have an option to make the deal permanent at the end of the season. So basically, no one knows. He's gone on loan. I hope he can, fulfill the promise that we thought he had, when he came to City, because he was the best kid at PSG's academy. He came, and the funny thing is, it sticks in my head. He came on the 23rd of July last season because that was his 18th birthday, and that's when we could sign him. UEFA or stroke FIFA wouldn't allow us to sign him before that, before his 18th birthday. So I hope he does well. I just thought when I saw him last season, he just looked out of his depth. Matt Bernard. Look, I think we can cope with one more injury, and then that's it to our centre backs. So I think we're all right at the moment. Jeremiah, Victor, and Jos, my sympathy. EL. You mean LE, Luis Enrique? Mike Jim, Jeremiah, it's AL, American Laporte. There's AL, American Laporte, and LE, Luis Enrique, whose daughter passed away on, I think, Thursday. Sea-Dog, America's a big loss. I think we City fans know what we have when he's playing, but I like Kevin. I never thought we could cope as well. Yeah, absolute Sea-Dog. Absolutely. There's not worth crying about yet. Or Laporte, if you're Stuart Pearce or Danny Murphy. But we did last season. You're right, Sea-Dog. We did it. Another world-class player off our team sheet for now, Bernard. Yeah, absolutely. Look who's not playing for City. Aymeric Laporte, Ben Mendy, Leroy Sané. I would suggest that those 3 players would get into just about every first team in world football. They're ours, and they're not playing. Can't believe that, can you? Absolutely cannot believe that, guys. The level of player we've got that is not available to us right now. It's can I say the word amazing? It's amazing that we've lost. Okay, if you put Laporte aside, we lost our left-hand side basically. Our 2 first-choice left-hand players, which would have been Ben Mendy and Leroy Sané, to injury. Can you imagine other teams if they lost 2 of their main players? One attacker. I mean, people. I'll just put it out there. People have said if Liverpool to lose Virgil van Dijk and Sadio Mane at the same time, how big a loss would that be? How big a loss? And now it's like you're losing Andy Robertson, Virgil van Dijk, and Sadio Mane all at the same time. I think even Liverpool would find that tough, but they'll find a way to win. That's what they've done this year. At the moment, they're finding a way to win. Chris Welch, 4 years ago, I left school, and for some reason, I missed the days of playing football in playground with the lads. Sometimes, Chris, mate, look, you got to move on. I miss those days, even though I left primary school. I love primary school. I left there over 40 years ago, and I can still remember playing in the school playground, playing lots of games, playing cards, playing footy, playing tig underarm, all sorts of stuff we used to play there. Marbles. Love those days, and that's over 40 years ago, and I still remember that. It's weird. I can remember those days, and some of the kids that I've not seen again for 40 years or anything, and I can't remember, some more recent stuff. It's just crazy. Things imprinted in your head, in your mind. See the guy, what a discussion they made of the Sadio Mane rant. Get over it. The guy just was mad. The other did. Absolutely. I mean, these are little things. I mean, people want to make, because there's nothing else to talk about. People want to sensationalize anything, Sadio Mane had a pot noodle. Let's make a sensational story about it. I mean, it's all rubbish, really. But they've got to fill their column inches and get people clicking and phoning in radio stations. There you go, Mike. We ended the game against Brighton with 2 midfielders in defence. And the 2 midfielders we got, okay, well, you can argue that one was a defensive midfielder or a whole midfielder in Fernandinho, but Zinchenko, he's supposed to be an attacking midfielder. But now, I've got to say, I'm coming to the conclusion or the consideration of Zinchenko that he's a left back now. He's had 2 seasons. Any difference to any other left back, Mendy or anybody else, Angelino, treat him as a left back now because this is his 3rd season. So he's moved on. The attacking midfielder, he's got that in his game, but he's a defender now. Yeah, C-Dog, like what happened with Papa Sergio. Everybody has a heated moment and they sort it out and they move on. Wow, Chris, you were the smallest from 07 to 11. Wow, my lad was one of the biggest, actually. He started there as one of the 2 tallest kids in his year. And by the end, there was this kids there who were taller than me. You know, by the time they were 10, they were taller than me. It's bonkers. Mane wasn't mad at Klopp. He was mad at Salah because this is my opinion, and anybody can dispute it. I think Salah he puts personal glory, like Harry Kane, he puts personal glory above team glory. It's all about the Mo, yeah? All about Mo Salah. And he'll take the team glory, same as Harry Kane, they'll take the team glory. But for me, they're pushing too much. They're pushing their personal glory first and foremost. That's just my opinion. Yeah, good job, man. He didn't play with Kane. Can you imagine Kane and Salah playing? Well, they won't pass to each other ever. Hi, Ocean Rage. Hope you're well. Can you imagine our team with no injuries for 3-4 straight months? Well, that's what Pep said when KDB came back. He said, you know, he's going to take us to another level. And the idea was that Mendy would come back in middle of September, end of September, and that would take us to another level. Can you imagine? And now we're at right now without Sane, Mendy, and Laporte. That's dropped us back. What's that, Bernard? You would snog you would snog a fag behind the bike sheds. Chris Welch, I'd never had a relationship, Bernard, as I didn't do that. Hey, everybody will. You know, I know guys who are very, very old, much older than you, Chris. Never been. You know, you just gotta. I'm not here to give relationship advice or life advice. You know, because I'm not. Maybe people look at me and say I'm not the best to do that, but you got to get out. You got to mix it up a bit and just be yourself in life. Be nice. Be friend. You know, be nice and kind to people. Treat them the way you want to be treated, and hopefully life can be good. But you've got to get out there and make it happen. You can't. You know, it's like I used to sit at home and things will come to me. I deserve it. No, sometimes you got to go out and make it happen. You know, and sometimes it's difficult. And people don't believe me. You know, when they said, "Oh, you know," I was talking to somebody today, and I'm gonna tell you, I did this video. Okay, I tell you why things aren't always easy. I did this video on the Laporte, and just listen to this. Oops, what's going on? Okay, this is not what I want. Okay, the video I did on the Laporte. Okay, because it was more off the cuff. Okay, so I started off by taking a photo of myself by mistake. Okay, then I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 videos. I just started them and they didn't go right because I hadn't planned what I was going to say, and I fell over my words, said some stupid stuff. It took me 11 videos and 1 photo before I actually did the video for 13 minutes that I put out. Okay, so it just didn't happen the first time. 13 attempts to get that video started. Yeah, once I got started, it was absolutely fine. And I think that sometimes happens. Sometimes it can be hard to get started, and once you start, then you think, oh yeah, it's not so bad. Yeah, it's not so bad. And it's like when I started interviewing fans at games, that wasn't what I wanted to do. I was really shy, and inhibited, and I didn't want to talk to people. I was embarrassed. And slowly you do it, you do a little bit, you get the courage to occasionally do it, and suddenly you can do it. And then, a year later, people are recognizing you, people are coming up to you and say, "Hey mate, how you doing, Ray? Can I do an interview?" They chat either on or off camera. People, I remember the West Ham game, someone came up to me and said, "Oh, you helped me last year, you did this and this and this." Oh, yeah. We chat for 10 minutes, not on camera. We chat for 10 minutes, good old chat, good old talk about City and lots and lots of things. They give me lots of encouragement. I mean, this particular guy has been going to City for 50 years. Loads of encouragement, saying. So if you take a little risk yourself, there is a potential to get reward, in terms of, I feel better. If people are coming up to me and say, "Can we do an interview with you?" and they're really pleasant and nice and friendly, like on the supporters bus that I went with last week, it was only the third time I've been with them in a year, and really nice and friendly people, chatting to me and about, it's funny because people are asking me for my opinion or to give them stats or information, when they're talking about rules and regulations, and I'm just, patting them off, giving all this information about what's going on, and because I listen to press conferences, so I can tell them what Pepper said, and people really seem to enjoy it, and I enjoy it. I enjoy, just chatting with people. So what I'm saying is, yes, things can be daunting. Yes, things can be worrying, and you think, "Oh, can I do this? I'm not sure if I can do it." But just put one foot in front of the other, one foot in front of the other, and then you'll start taking tiny steps. And those tiny steps can lead to something else. And now I go and do interviews, and people listening to me say, "Oh, yeah, you're great at this." I tell you what, guys, I'm still nervous and anxious inside. But I know, because I've done it before, I put that one foot in front of the other. Once I start, then you can keep going. And then you find that your own natural personality comes through. Yeah. So, and the anxiety and fear is left behind as you're chatting with people. And then you find, it's not so bad. People are actually nice to me. And so, as I say, guys, in summary, put one foot in front of the other, take those first steps. And yes, you'll get some knockbacks. I had it a lot last season. You ask somebody and they tell you to get lost. You ask them politely for an interview, they say, "No, mate." And the polite ones just say, "No, mate." Some people said a lot worse. So, but you keep doing it, and then you find it works. Cedar, we have double bad luck. Yeah, you should know. You're probably one of the only ones. Bernard, quite like it's not going to girl who smokes. Always reminds me of my sister's mates who are a couple of years old. Bernard telling us stories. Mike James Zinchenko is now competent, if not established left back. He's competent. Dog, I'm 8 years, fine, but since the first kind of decisions that went against us, I did realise early they don't like us. Chief Raiden, how about the more? All about the more, absolutely. Arsenal have even more injuries than we get, absolutely, Mike. 47 in body, it says. Call. Hi, Ray, hope you're well. Hey, Liban, nice to see you, mate. Nice to see you. It's been a few weeks, I think. Dog, and same with injuries. We always get the ACLs. Yeah, we're really, really unlucky. Bernard, I hate it when you're doing a video and the doorbell rings. Yeah, I'm fortunate that not many people come to visit. If I get parcels, I get them sent to my mum's house because I was always in and out. So I didn't want parcels to be dropped off here. So I always get the parcels at my mum's, so that every few days I'm up there anyway. Every 2-3 days, or that someone's coming here, and I get the parcels passed on. If it's something I urgently need, obviously I can go and get it. But the worst thing is if you're out at a game or something, and someone wants to do a delivery on a Saturday, and then you won't get the stuff. You can't go and collect it till Monday. So the best is happy to do that. So I don't get that many. And the other thing is I turn my phone off, so I put it on Do Not Disturb. That's another one. The worst thing is when you're doing a live stream or something on the phone, you can't put it on Do Not Disturb. So people are calling you because you need that Wi-Fi. I need that Wi-Fi. I can't put it on airplane mode. So people are calling me while you're doing the stream. That's the only negative about doing it on your phone. Is this all about girls tonight? I'm going to have to ignore some comes. Any news on Laporte, Liban? It's only basic news, Liban. We've apparently heard nothing from the club. There's been no information coming out. All that we are informed by the club, apparently, or some journalists have been informed, is that Aymeric Laporte is in Barcelona. He's going to see Dr. Raymond Cugat for tests on his knee. Might lead to an operation. We'll just have to wait and see. I think we'll find out within the next couple of days whether he's after an operation or not. Liban thought we'd get the news on today on the diagnosis of injury. It might be something that's with the club, and it might be something. See, sometimes what you've got to do is you've got to let the swelling die down. So if the swelling's there for a couple of days, you can't really check it properly. So I think they'll know by end of play tomorrow. The only time with an operation, oops, I lost my picture there, but let's just see what happens, guys. Diolch, Bernard. Diolch. I used to know a few more words in Welsh, but I've forgotten them now. Bernard's been out with Michelle Pfeiffer and Jennifer Aniston in his dreams. MP was on fire back in the day. I don't know who MP is. Katie Price, Eric Duffy. Oh, no. Bobby Duncan joined Fiorentina with the 2 million and we get 20% selling clause. Yeah, it was going to happen. It's going to happen, wasn't it, Chris? I mean, there's no way he was going to hang around in Liverpool with all that was going on. Liban, such a shame. I was delighted for him for the selection in France. And then this happens. Talk about, yeah, absolutely, Liban. It's a nightmare situation because Pep's praising him as the best left-sided centre-back in world football, and then he goes and gets injured when he's called up by France. Really, smack in the face. Bernard's not up for Katie Price. Let's see something I read in the Emirates News. Yeah, talk about plastic. And Emirates News, they say Manchester City, 11 years of footballing glory. Well, I think we've had a bit more than that, boys. I mean, they're obviously referring to the takeover on the 2nd of September by Abu Dhabi United Group for development and investment. And, well, that's a bit harsh. I mean, I'm looking at it. Manchester City have been turning decades of glaring underachievement into a glorious success story that has impressively transformed the entire landscape of English football. That we'll agree with, but don't talk about, all right, yes, it was decades of glaring underachievement, but don't rub it in, guys. Don't rub it in. Now, they say the club's market value exceeds 2.2 billion. I think it's a bit even more than that. And with season ticket sales steadily jumping year after year. I think when he came, we were on about 34,000. Now we're on just over 40,000 season card holders. I mean, some of this. I mean, they talk about things we've never heard of. Apparently, City became the only English club to secure the stellar quartet last season. I mean, City call it formidables. We say the domestic treble, and in the Abu Dhabi paper it says the stellar quartet. Yeah, well, look, it's true. We've won absolutely. And they talk about, and then they go on to talk about City's social media stuff. If you want to know, they have 41 million followers on the Facebook page. Its Twitter account boasting 9 million followers. Millions of Arabic, English, French, Chinese, and Spanish fans are avidly following the club's multi-language website. So yeah, let's have a look. On the financial level, the Emirates news agency WAM has learned that the club's financial revenues jumped from 28 million in 2007. Well, that's not something new, to 600 million currently. Well, it's not. All you have to do is look at the accounts, guys. All you have to do is looking at the accounts. Well, maybe I'll write to them and say I'll do some stuff for you. That's a bit poor. And the last bit of news, I'm going to go catch up with you guys, and then I'm going to talk about Helen the Bell. I'm going to talk about. Okay. I've missed a few comments. Ryan Kent gone to Rangers for 7 million. Yeah, Mike, that was always going to happen, wasn't it? AK 850. If he needs an operation, may as well get it now because we have a good CL group, and our next top 6 spot is a Red Dragon in November. Chris Welch, yeah, Kent was always going to happen. That's a lot of money, 7 million. Mark Armstrong, you covering the women's derby this week? Is it on TV? I think is that. Yeah, let me think. Well, the women's football. There's going to be a lot. The women. I'm going to keep up with the. I'm just going to tell you guys. I'm just going to tell you. It might be that they're not showing the derby on TV, and it's the Chelsea game off the top of my head. The sad thing is, nobody wants to give you lots of information about. Go. Apparently, it's not. I can't see it. I'm looking at City's website. I can't see it as being on TV. Okay, guys. When you look at the men's team, it tells you if it's on TV and who with. Yeah. So, for instance, I look at the men's. It says Norwich City versus Man City, 5:30 kickoff. Wow, that's gonna be a bummer to get home from. Saturday, 14th of September. Sky Sports. I might have to go on the coach for that 5:30 kickoff. That's going to be cut. Oh, man, I thought it was at 3 o'clock. I thought that's all right. 5:30 kickoff is a killer for me. I've got a ticket for that with my lad. But if you look on the fixtures for the women's team, it doesn't say anything about being on TV. And it might just, maybe they've not updated it, or we're just not on TV. I can't see anything. So let's go back to Mark's comment. So, yeah, Mark, we're covering the women's derby this weekend. We're treating it as it is. It's a big, big game. It's going to be a huge crowd. And we're just going to treat it as any other normal game for the men's team. We're going to be out in forces. There'll be at least 2 or 3 of us out. I'm interviewing Neil Mather, who's the first ever Manchester City women's team coach or manager. So I'm seeing him this week. I'm seeing several people, hopefully from the official supporters club. See other fans. Got a lot of people. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. And we just treat it, as I say, it's a big game. We treat it like that. And we'll do the normal videos, hopefully before and after the game. A few videos, probably 1 or 2 before, a couple afterwards, definitely. It's going to be fun for me because I obviously don't know the players as well as the other fans who've got season cards. I mean, I've got a season card this season for the Women's Super League. I'm not sure how many games I can go to because, sadly, the problem is with having the men's and the women's, if they're on at the weekend on different days, you could be at the other end of the country. For instance, I think it's the 19th of October, a Saturday. We're away at Crystal Palace. The men's team is away at Crystal Palace. That's a Saturday. On Sunday, there's the derby at Man United. So, what do? You know, on the Friday, I've got to be putting my kids in school. Saturday, the game in London. Sunday, game in Manchester. It's very hard to do them all. Fingers crossed, I'm going to do it, but it might kill me to do it. Liban, can we just talk about how awful our referees are? The fact that they're stealing living, don't get me wrong, I can't stand about that decision. Absolutely, Liban. Look, the referees, we knew they were poor, and everything's even poorer now with the VAR not overturning decisions and not wanting overturning refs. It's absolutely crazy. Carl H. Mark Armstrong, Women's Derby currently showing us being covered on BT Sport 1 HD. It's a shame the City website, official website, can't tell you that it's on. But I'll be there. You know, I'll probably end up with a few spare tickets because there's a lot of stuff going on. I'm trying to get all my nieces and nephews to come, but I mean, one's at uni now, so she won't come. And I don't think, the older you get, it's sometimes harder to get the kids to come, but I'll try. Liban Grealish dive. Mike, come on. Whatever Grealish did, this is what I saw. Grealish went down, whether it was pushed, whether he dived, but before he hit the turf, he deliberately passed the ball, like Balotelli did. He deliberately passed the ball out wide. Looked at the player as he was passing to him. When he hit the floor, he didn't turn around and ask the ref for a penalty. He got up, like any good player should, and looked for the rebound because the guy was going to have a shot. He's looking for the rebound. Now, if he was diving simply to win a penalty, I don't think he'd have done that. He'd have got up and had to go at the ref. I just don't think so. Liban, they've been awful for years, and we have had these ex-refs just defending indefensible and being all PC. Absolutely, mate. When is Mendy coming back, says Imran? He should be back after the international break. Exactly when we're not sure. Pep give the indication that it'll be after the international break. So that means he could be available on the 14th. I don't think he will be available on the 14th. Personally, I think they'll say he's available for selection, but I don't think he'll play on the 14th. I think he could play a week or 10 days after that. When we start getting games every 3 or 4 days, I think that's when Mendy will come in. Liban Mike, he actually got clipped by Kale on the knee. That was contact. Look, I think, whether you think it went down easily, but he did pass the ball. Chris Wells, so-called best referee in England, Michael Oliver was in charge of it. Oh, look, Michael Oliver, he might be the best. They might be calling him the best referee in England. He's poor. And actually, why were no English referees at the World Cup? Not good enough. I absolutely better. We don't have a decent ref. Tom, how you doing, mate? Hope you're well. Mike James Levan, it's too cheap for me. I'm just getting tired up. Look, players throw themselves to the ground. Harry Kane does it. But I think on this occasion, it could be, I'm trying to find some middle ground, that Grealish was looking to dive because he felt the touch, felt the contact. But he also did deliberately play the ball out wide, and he got up looking to get on a rebound. I don't think he got up looking to the ref to complain. I think he just wanted to carry on. Kane's dived, yeah. Kane is a cheat, says Bernard. Do you guys know the Friday movies with Ice Cube? No, I don't see, dog. AK50, why can't the women play at the Etihad when it's available? Purely AK50, their crowds, if you're getting crowds of 2,000, what's the point of going to the Etihad? You've got a stadium there that holds, 7,000 or 8,000, so you play there. This game is different. We'll get over 20,000 at this game. Some people are saying there's somewhere between 25 and 30,000. Obviously, you can't play that in a small stadium. So there's no point playing in the big stadium and then just having a small section of fans. You can't have them all around. So what's the point? Might as well make it more intimate and have it in a smaller stadium. The band says, why is it that for some reason we're getting, we think it's talking to race to these black players every time they underperform? Time Abrams. Look, Liban, people get emboldened on social media when you can be anonymous. People do it on Twitter because they can hide behind an avatar and they're anonymous, okay? And they think they can get away with it. But look, if the police want to chase them, the police can get the information off Twitter. You can't hide behind your avatar on Twitter because if you do something that's against the law, you can be chased up for it by the police. Twitter will give that information out. You can't hide. And if Twitter said, no, we won't give it, what should be happening is Twitter will be banned from the UK. Carl says Liban was thinking very similar just today. Seems to be almost every game at the minute. Bernard, you can't. Look, some people say they can't like me because of my big ears or my big nose or my bald head. Liban, I mean, everyone pointing at Lukaku incidents with the monkey chance, but we have our own problems. The Italians have always had this reputation of racial reasonable players. Look, Cagliari, terrible. They've done it when Balotelli went to play there, when Lukaku, Moise Keane, other people as well. It just doesn't stop. Maybe close the ground, play behind closed doors. I can't see, Doug. I ain't got time, man. Look, Fridays I've got my kids to look after. I've got the live stream. If I'm going out on Saturday, I've got things to get ready for. The Bournemouth trip. I was up at 4:30 on that was Saturday night. Sorry, the game was on Sunday, but I was up at 4:30. So if we've got a game early on Saturday, yeah, like that West Ham game, I was fortunate I was already in London. But if you have to get there, you're going to be up like 4:30, 3 o'clock on a Saturday. So you can't be up late watching games. See, Doug, the football fan chat kid, well, he got himself banned. He came on and was having a go and making, it's distasteful comments about City. Yeah, we're a small-time club or we're a small club and all these clubs are bigger. And he was just coming out with some false statements and he was just having a rant. And a lot of people said, we don't want him on anymore. So I made that decision. If people say they want him back, I can unblock him. But no, to be honest, no one has asked for him to come back. There's a clamouring for him to be banned. There's not a clamouring for him to come back. And I warned him at the time. You got to, I had to go on to give him the facts about Chelsea. That City were formed before Chelsea. I don't think Chelsea won the league till the 50s or whatever, or a cup. I had to correct him on some stuff I'd easily looked up on Google. But he kept going. And I said, you got to behave yourself. And he just kept going. And I just thought, look, if you can't toe the party line, if you can't be reasonable, that's it. See what Salah doesn't do. Yeah, Bernard, I haven't seen Salah dive yet. Look, Dog, I watch one. I used to promote his stuff every time I put a video, and it was just a rant when beat by United, and it was just an expletive ridden rant. I'm thought, hang on, he's 13 years old. I can't promote him. I can't support this. And then straight away, he came on here and started taking pops at City. And we don't mind a bit of banter. We don't, we actually encourage it, a little bit of fun. But this was beyond fun. And I just thought, look, I'm bored with this. I'm sick and tired. Then he went crying to other people about it. And I'm thinking, look, he's a child and he's behaving like a child. Even my kids who are 11, 10 and 12, they won't behave like that. They certainly won't do videos like that, each to his own. But he would behave like a proper petulant child. And I just thought, I'm not going to entertain this any longer. And everybody else said this. Basically, everybody said the same. There you go. No one's asked for it. Most people say keep him banned. So that's what it is. People don't want him. And, he did ask some decent questions, some very, very insightful questions, mixed up with a bit of junk. But, hey, he's only a kid. But with that, as I said, the two things was that expletive-laden rant after Man United beat them 4-0. Language that I don't use on streams. So, I couldn't endorse and promote his stuff. So I felt uncomfortable with that. And then to come on and straight away and do this, I thought, no, I can't be doing that. Adam Traore. He's got a bit of power behind him, hasn't he, Mike? Chris Ross, TFFC only base clubs as big clubs if they win. Well, that's it. He said, if you don't win the Champions League, you're not a big club. So I said, does that mean Steaua Bucharest are bigger than Chelsea because they won it before Chelsea, or whoever won it, Slavia Prague, or whoever's won it? Does that mean if they won it before Chelsea, does that mean they're bigger than Chelsea? No, behave. And who cares? If you're going to use the tag big club to have a go at somebody else, I'm not bothered. If people say we're not a big club, I'm not bothered. We're winning trophies. I'm really happy. Who cares? Right, guys, I think it's 10 o'clock. I'm going to send my kids to bed. I want them to get up tomorrow. They're going to bed so late. I think this morning one of them was up after 10 a.m. I don't want that. I want them up and out, up and get on with the day. So, guys, yeah, absolutely, Mike. Champions League is not the be-all and end-all. Guys, I've got to go. Thank you very much. If you want to go and watch that video that I did on Emerick Laporte and the alternatives now that he's out injured, please go and have a watch of that and share it around. Doggy thinks Chelsea's bigger, but he would have his mouth open when seeing City already since being from win things and compete. Yeah, look, we go back to 1903. We won the FA Cup, 1904, whatever. Last week I could remember the date. This week I can. Won the championship, the league title in the 30s, 37, 38. Won in 68. Won the FA Cup, I remember, in 55. League Cup in 70. FA Cup in 69. Cup Winners' Cup in 70. League Cup in 70. We've won stuff, guys. And it's sometimes a long time ago. Guys, take it easy. Sleep well. Thanks, Bernard, Chris, C-Dog, Cole H, AK850, Mike James, everybody else who's been on tonight. Thank you very much for your contributions. And we'll see you tomorrow. I think I've got a lot on tomorrow, but 9 o'clock should be here. Take it easy, guys.